Runaway Alien by Michael Pryor. Illustrated by Heath Mackenzie. Chapter 1. The Concert. 1 hour before Hillside School's final concert for the year, Miss Bramble asked us all to line up. The singers, the musicians, the dancers, the actors, even the backstage crew, which was me, Sochi. "I don't want to make you all nervous," Miss Bramble said, "but I've just had news that Kibo's parents will be in the audience tonight." Everyone turned. Everyone stared at Kibo. Kibo started to tremble. Then he squeaked. He always squeaks when he gets nervous. I reached out and patted his fur. Kibo is an alien from the planet Tiborto. He came to our school earlier this year. His mom and dad are really important visitors to Earth, and they have really important jobs on planet Tiborto. They wanted Kibo to come to an ordinary Earth school, though. They wanted Kibo to see how Earth people lived. Kibo is hard to miss in a crowd. He's a bit taller than me, but he's almost totally round, like a giant furry beach ball. He has little legs and little arms, but they can extend when he needs to walk or grab things. His face is almost in the middle of his roundness. His 2 black eyes, his nose, his ears, and his mouth can all disappear if he gets frightened. He can pull them right back into his fur. The same with his arms and legs. His fur is really soft and sleek, like a seal.
Look at all of this descriptive text. They are describing Kibo with all of these adjectives. Yep, I know you've learned about that in Miss Miranda's class.
Kibo is an extremely good singer. He can do 3 voices at the same time, so he can sing in harmony with himself. This is the reason why he has a key part in tonight's big concert. Kibo shook himself. "My mom and dad are going to be here?" he said. "They didn't say anything about that when I spoke to them last." "They are," Miss Bramble said, "so I've given you a special solo number, Kibo. I'm sure you'll be wonderful." Kibo squeaked again, and his arms and legs disappeared into his fur. He blinked, and he shook like a furry bowling ball on top of a blender. Miss Bramble sighed. "Sochi," she said to me, "you're Kibo's best friend. Will you make sure he's all right?" I nodded. I wasn't too worried. Kibo got nervous about all sorts of things. Dogs, for instance. Birds that flapped a lot. Celery. I guess it must be strange, living on a completely different planet. But I knew the best way to help Kibo. Everyone in the group started to walk away. Miss Bramble went to see about the sound system and lighting. The dancers all went to the corner of the gym and started doing dance things, jumping and twirling mostly. The actors were practicing mime, so they stood and waved their hands around a lot. The musicians made music. At least, I think it was music. It was loud, whatever it was. Chapter 2. Stage Fright. I really didn't have much to do. I'd set up the stage for the first act. It was a cool underwater song, so we had lots of fake seaweed and fish and stuff. It made Kibo hungry, he said, since he came from a mostly watery world, which was weird. Thinking of Kibo and his family bobbing around in the sea like lots of buoys, I had time to help Kibo get over his stage fright. I turned to him and groaned. Kibo had disappeared. Well, not really disappeared, but he'd become totally round and furry. No eyes, no mouth, no nose, no ears, no limbs. He was just a big, furry ball, shivering on the floor of the gym.
We are going to pause here, and on the next slide, you are going to use your context clues to determine the meaning of the word buoys.